Hey Capricorn, welcome to your reading. Okay, you guys are sorting something out. I feel like for a lot of you, you haven't actually implemented the change yet. You may have, but this is a very divided time-wise reading. So I'm seeing there's sorting out, planning, sorting things out, collecting what you need to collect, or there's a planning phase that you're doing and you're being wise about it. There's some sort of issue going on at the moment and you haven't just reacted. In fact, I don't feel like you're reacting in the way that you normally have. It's almost like you're keeping quiet about your plans. You're secretly planning about some sort of move, some sort of major action that you're going to take but haven't perhaps taken yet. If you have, we will get to we'll get to all of that and how that's going to work out for you. But for most of you, I don't even feel like that's happened yet. But there's some plan to just destroy some sort of connection or some sort of institution. It could be a family unit, it could be a household. And I don't mean destroy like end, I mean destroy like dismantle, disassemble, have it crashing down to its foundations. Yeah, it's like, yeah, there's some desire to want to just set it alight. Like, look at this. The guy is like, he was the one that set the fire. It's like looking back with the torch still flaming and watching the structure burn. And obviously, I'm not talking about actual arson. I'm talking about yeah. I feel like this is like a group or a family or like a workplace. It involves multiple people. And I feel like you're on your way out, but on your way out, you're not going quietly. I see like this big major, like you are ready and willing to totally just end this and have it done. And not so that you can't go back to it or anything like that, but so that no one else can go back to it. So that nothing else can come from this, so that nothing else can cause pain from this. It is being destroyed. So this could be something like you're getting some sort of justice. Oh yeah, spirit's coming through now. I don't even. I can't really see. Like, I can't look at the screen and do this at the same time. I think you can see that. Goosebumps. Like, that's a spirit rush thing where spirit really needs me to fixate on that thing. So we're going to get into it a bit more. Spirit, give us more insight into this. This feels huge. It's interesting. Taurus had a. Was it Taurus? Someone else had a really big, like, major karmic thing happening, and I feel like spirit has tasked you with doing this. So you probably already feel this divine pull to do this, and you're like, if you've been wondering whether or not spirit is supporting your efforts and your desire to do this, yes. The answer is definitively yes. Four buttons. I'm just gonna shuffle this across. Four of buttons, four of wands. Yeah, you're prepping. You're prepping. It's like you've got all the things you need to take this action, but you're just looking. It's like you're waiting for the right time. I feel like a lot of the preparation work has already been done. You're just waiting for that right moment to strike, to light that match. Figurative match. I need to very clearly say that. Figurative match. 3. Yeah. Yeah. You're starting something on your own, but it's almost like in order to do that, you need to take this thing out. You need to take this thing down, dismantle it, obliterate it, is what I just heard. Oh, this is whatever you're dealing with is very toxic and very harmful to someone or people. So if it's a toxic work environment, I feel like you're not going to go quietly. You're going to find a new job. Or if you've been fired, you're not going to just be fired. You're just, you're going to be like, oh no, here's why I was fired. And I'm not going to stop until I have justice. Or at least until the people that caused these issues have been removed. Or something. There's some sort of like vendetta is what I just heard. You've got a vendetta against them, and spirit backs it up. That's the craziest thing. Usually they'll say, you need to high vibe and walk away. But this thing, I feel like you're being tasked with, you're like the divine mirror that was sent into this situation to show everyone how they behave when confronted with a person like you, with a person that has your energy. And I get that this is a very good energy. This is a very sanctified, blessed, holy energy because you're sitting in the Queen of Swords. Fast action, destruction. Knight of Wands is somebody who goes into battle and will set ablaze to anything and everything that is deemed unworthy. But from a very, like, you've got everything you need to do it. This isn't just like, I know I need to take action and I'm just going to do it and see what happens. This is like, oh, I know what's going to happen. I made my plans. I took action and now I'm here to burn this motherfucker to the ground. Whatever this is. And I feel like this is like a group, like a family unit, a workplace, a friendship group. It could be like an online community, a forum. There's something that you stand as one of many, but you were the one that was never supposed to stay. You were the one that was brought in to tear it down because Spirit saw this unholy, ungodly tower and went, no, this place has caused too much pain for too long. It is now done. And we are sending in our divine warrior to do it because they're one of the only people who can do this. Ooh, Spirit's coming through big time now. The Four of Wands is basically like, if it was the Three of Wands, it would be the moments before this knight struck the match. He has the matches, he's on the horse, he's in the right position, he's got his hand ready to strike the match and light exactly where he knows he needs to light in order to bring this structure down. And he does it. The fourth wand or the fourth baton is the action. The 3 is the foundation. 2 is the decision. 1 is the instigation. This is the action. The action's taken, and this is a literal foundation of something in the physical realm. So this foundation is restored. It's almost like this was built on a very unstable foundation. And the only reason it was able to be maintained was because the toxic people who built it were the ones maintaining it, knowing that its structural integrity wasn't where it needed to be. It wasn't what it looked like from the outside of the building. Inside, it was held up by rice paper, like styrofoam. But on the outside, it looks like a very weathered, very old, respected, sacred space, but it's not. The moment you stepped in, the moment anyone steps in, the door closes, the door's solid, but the structure's not. So it's something that it's hard to leave this. That's what I just got. Solid door, fake structure. It's very hard to leave this. So it's almost like you couldn't, oh, I didn't start your timer. Sorry, you couldn't, have burnt this thing down from the inside, and it's like you couldn't save the people that were trapped inside, so you had to dismantle it from the outside. And I realize with the burning analogy, if they're still inside, it's not going to be great, but that's separate that in this little bit. You were trying to help the people out of the building, and you know that they'll be safe even if you burn it down. It's like they're protected. All the people that need to be protected are protected, even if the building burns down. But the people that aren't protected, they're not going to be, when this structure collapses, it will collapse on them and it's going to hurt. But that's not your responsibility to try and pick them up. Your responsibility was to dismantle this thing and ride out on your horse, right out of town as you're looking at it in your vision mirror. Let's say you attached one to your horse somehow, to the saddle. Your saddle had a revision mirror, and you're watching it burn as you're riding away. And can you see that fire that he's bringing? It goes down and then out of this mouth. So it's like every word you speak is like divine fire setting this thing ablaze. Capricorn. Yeah. You guys are fire signs too, so that makes a whole lot of sense. You're very passionate people, very driven, very active people, very easily ignited, but in the best way. I don't see this as reactive. I see this as so well planned that the spirits are just clapping you as you're walking away, as you're walking to the building. They're like, yeah, come on, get it, get it, get it. Woo! And then everyone starts clapping like, yeah, you did it. As you're riding. So you've got all the support from your spirit guides. 9 of Pentacles. It's not just that you were tasked to do this, it's that when you did this, a blessing was and is going to be bestowed on you. This is a spirit test, and I want you to know that really pay attention to this. Whatever this major thing is, and I feel like you know what it is, it's the group. It's that group social unit that you're a part of that you know was toxic and you're leaving. This was always supposed to crash down. But Spirit saying they tried to do it, but no one was strong enough. It's like the longer this stood, the stronger it got. But it was nothing compared to the flame, the spiritual fire that you carry within your spirit. And all Spirit needed to do was put you in that building or near that building, and just the spiritual heat coming off of you is going to set this thing on fire. But I feel like once you do handle this and tear this thing down by whatever means you have to, so this could be you reporting abuse, this could be you taking legal action, this could be, but it's something where you're just like unrelenting in just being like, I will not stop until this is handled. This must be handled. And you're going to do it. Because of that, you end up in this blessing. And mark my words, when you handle this thing, really remember moments. And I'm like, within 3 to 6 months, tops, maybe even the week, maybe even the day. I don't know, but it's very soon after this tower crumbles. You get bestowed a blessing, and it's going to be a blessing, not like some wishy-washy, like, oh, I see abundance for you in the future. Like, yeah, that can be great, but this is a literal blessing. You will see, like, this could be like a lottery win. This could be you were in just the right place at the right time. You met just the right person to get just the right job that you've always wanted. There's some very tangible, I can't stress that enough, tangible blessing that you will see as a direct response to what you've done. And it's not just the peace, it's not just maybe the accolades you might get from the people that were stuck. It's just for you, Spirit said. This is just for you, this blessing. And it's going to be gifted to you when you handle this thing. And I feel like this is so big that you may have been trying to put it off, but I feel like you feel this drive now, this push from Spirit like you've never felt, to handle this now. And not just rush in and handle it, like handle it by planning with wisdom, just like you are in the Queen of Swords, making moves, taking action, taking steps, actually enacting those plans, which will bring this down. And there you are with all your fire, looking back at it being like, I did this And I see like a sense of pride. I did this. Oh, yeah. There's this peaceful moment at the end of it all where you're going to feel spirit rush over you and you're going to tap into your spirit, and it may bring you to tears because there's some sort of blockage that was in you that couldn't be released because this was the blockage. Your life couldn't begin and flourish fully unless you stepped into this tower and burn that shit to the ground. Figuratively speaking. Okay, well, we can see it. I need it. My OCD's like, oh. Come on. 8 of discs. Yeah, this is something that you're going to tend to. And I realize 9 and 8, it might seem like a regression. It's not. This is stemming from this blessing, so it should be over the top. But just for how pretty it looks, I'm going to leave it there. 8. Yeah, it's like this is where the work really begins. But it's the sort of work that you love to do. It's not the sort of work where you're begging spirit to try and make it stop or, or give you help with because you can't bear it. This is the sort of work that you finally get to begin your soul's work. This is the sort of life energy, spirit energy, soul energy, where people's life just, they seem to get what they want. If they're like into spirituality, they get this beautiful house in the mountains. They get this like this gorgeous partner, this whoever, and everything's just great. And like, this is that. This is that. If you've been missing that, it's because of this. It's because of that tower. That's why. And that's that blockage that Spirit's saying, we're bringing you back to this because it has to be done, and you're the only one who's got enough energy inside of yourself to do it. And I don't mean energy just as in physical energy, like, oh, get up out of bed, I'm feeling tired, I haven't got the energy. I mean, there's that, but it's your spiritual energy. However many lifetimes you've had, whatever you've done in those lifetimes, whoever you are on the other side, your energy is required to take down this thing. So they made it into a blockage where your abundance wouldn't fully be able to be delivered to you until this was taken down. Because if at any point you had been carrying those blessings into this tower with you, it would have been stolen, or it could have been burnt by the heat that comes from this flame. I see snakes. Yeah, it's almost like the snakes would have tried to constrict your blessings and crush them, which is why it's felt like this for so long. It's because of this tower moment that needs to come, and it's coming. It may have already come for some of you, but for most of you, I don't feel like that's it. I feel like you're revving up to this big change. Now, because I forgot to start your timer, I don't... Give me a sec, actually, I can check on the screen. 19. Oh, wow. Okay, we're well over. That's all right. Okay, we're gonna get 2 oracles, or 2 oracle decks. Sorry. Okay, spirit, for Capricorn. Did I call you Taurus? I'm sorry if I called you Taurus. I know you're Capricorn. I did Taurus's reading before. For Capricorn, definitely Capricorn. Man holding a heart. I always felt like he kind of looks like a cross between me and my cousin. Like, if you took my face and my cousin's face and used AI to blend them, I feel like that's the person you would see. Every time I see it. Like, you look like family. Stop it. Did you see that? You look like family, and then happy family popped out. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Victory. Oh, come on now. Come on, what's under the deck? Thinking man, yeah. Get out of here, you. Thinking victory. I don't normally take the bottom, that's why. Man holding a heart. Actually, it was there. It was that way, wasn't it? Happy family, just as I said, happy family. Ooh, I'm getting too excited. Too much is happening. Victory. Capricorn, victory. You have victory. Victory over this. If you've been worried that you won't succeed, that you will come out less than, that you will come out with less friends, less money, less success, less abundance, more stress, blah, 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 blah. That is what's causing it. This mother effing tower that you're about to set ablaze. And at the end of it all, victory, happy family, man holding a heart. You get everything you wanted. What did I say? That happy family, that the things that people seem to get that you just haven't been able to. It's almost like you might get one aspect of what people have, but you've got to work your ass off to keep it, to fight for it, to maintain it. But this tower moment, that's why your blessings couldn't come in, because it had the potential to affect those blessings. When that tower crashes, you don't want your blessings anywhere near it, which is what Spirit's saying. Once you handle this, my God, Capricorn, you're not going to know yourself. Well, you will actually, that's kind of the point. But what I mean is, you're not going to recognize the life that you've got, because it's going to be so much better than anything you have ever received in this lifetime. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I can't stress that enough. Hooey. All right, we're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there. I hope this helped, Capricorn. Best of luck. I can't stress that enough. Best of luck. Spirit has got you. You've got it. You've already got this in the bag. Your planning is wise. You're going to be successful and victorious. Know that, Capricorn. I'm going to leave it there. Okay. Please consider liking and subscribing. It really does help my channel grow and helps the algorithm, all that stuff. If you want to book in for a reading, go to the website. If you want tutelage, I don't know why I said it like that, tutelage in witchcraft or psychic abilities, anything like that. I've got 27 years worth of experience, and I would love to share some of that with you. All of it, to be honest, but whatever you want to learn, I'm there to teach. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. Blessed be.